Hello everybody and welcome to week 6 of the ENC Draft League. We're still undefeated with 5 wins, 0 losses. Still like undefeated games wise too, 0 game losses. So that's really cool. A perfect 10-0 record, or plus 10 differential I guess. Perfect 5-0 record, perfect plus 10 differential. Sync is still undefeated as well, 5-0, with a plus 7 differential, which is respectable. Ty picked up a win for 4-1. Not quite guaranteed playoffs, but very close. Just need good differential from here on out, and you pretty much make it. Glist has not played his week 5 yet, which is actually against my opponent, so my opponent has also not played their week 5 yet. Colin picked up a win, Sigtrick picked up a win, both bringing them to 3-2. Tekka also, so yeah. Actually, the tall one picked up a win too, I think, because last episode I went over it. We're guaranteed now at plus 5. Ty is probably going to make it because he just needs one more win or very good differential. Glist is a good enough player to where I think he can make it. And then I think Sigtrick's also going to make it because he's a good player. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means 1 Slug Walk, Tekka. Actually, it's probably... Oh, I guess NC is also here. So only 3 of these 4 players can progress. I honestly don't see the tall one progressing. Well, actually, we can look at his thing. No, he plays me and Sigtrick. He had a good run, but I don't think he can beat me and Sigtrick. That's very unfortunate for him. We can look at Tekka's. Where's Tekka? Tekka is Winterville Weaviles. Agron, Obstagoons, and Ice Q. Colin lost to him in singles. I think Glist probably beats him, though, with Rillaboom into the Rain team. Very difficult to take down. I mean, obviously, you do have the Scizor and the Pelipper, but Glist has a pretty well-balanced team. We can take a look. Yeah, Volcarona. At least for the Scizor, and then Pelipper's actually kind of a problem. Pachirisu, maybe? Maybe Water Absorb Clodsire? I'm not sure. Glist actually does have a... I mean, I've said this before. Glist has a really hard time dealing with flying types. Then Colin, let's look at Colin's remaining matches. Winter Weaviles picked by Joltix. Ooh, that's actually really tough, because Winterville Weaviles, basically, the 2 of them are going to be contending for a slot. So whoever wins that is likely the one to progress. Pick by Joltix are undefeated, so that's going to be tough. And then he can probably beat Greenville Greavards. And Sigtrick, let's look at his remaining games. I do fully expect him to make it to playoffs. Washington Willard, Charlotte Chicago Beartick. He probably wins out from here. Maybe runs into some difficulty with Charlotte but definitely gonna win against Washington Willards and Chicago Beartick. Yeah. So my matchup this week is the Quebec Quaquaval. They've not played their week 5 versus Glist, and they're playing me tomorrow. Very scary team. Honestly, it looks like a team that I'd draft personally, because I have played Sand before. I love Excadrill. It's a known fact. I've also played Balance with Serena and Kilowattrel. And also that team also had an Iron Treads on it, which is basically just Excadrill. But it's basically Excadrill with Sand Rush in one mon in exchange for an item, which is really fun. Yeah, very fun. This is a really balanced team. It's very similar to Sigtrick's team in that it can just cover its weaknesses very well. You have a fast Tailwinder next to a ground type that can use Earthquake, which for my team is actually quite difficult to deal with, because naturally I want to use Terra Flying on Archaludon to, resist the ground move from the Excadrill. Also been added benefit of resisting Sacred Sword, which is a very threatening move for Archaludon if I don't have Terra available. You know what? I just thought of it. Maybe I might actually change it to Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost might be better. It's worse into this guy, but it's way better into Kilowattrel than Flying. So I'm thinking about Terra Ghost, although it's bad into T-Tar as well. So I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, what else? Yeah, this guy hits for specially, which my team is not that specially defensive. I've talked about that before. They kind of... Like, a lot of these guys kind of want an Assault Vest. Like, these guys, all 3 have 65 special defense. They all want the Assault Vest. Very scary. Serena resists a lot of my water moves, can hit me back for super effective damage with Power Whip. Basically, the ones that I expect to come. I think Serena and Kilowattrel are very good. Kilowattrel offensively, Serena defensively, and offensively, actually. I think he kind of really wants to bring, even though sand is weak to water, I think he wants to bring the sand mode just to not immediately lose the weather war. Vaporeon could come as a check to like Basculegion maybe, but it kind of does get cooked by Electroshot, so I don't expect it to come. I think Gallade has to come because of Sacred Sword. It's just really good into Arch. And the last one's kind of up in the air. I was thinking Zoroark just for a special attacker, but I guess Vaporeon also is a special attacker and it's weak, or it's immune to water, so that could be an option. The squad that I built is Archaludon. It's really good into the team. I've got Terra Flying Terra Blast because it hits, that's my team. Hits this and this for super effective damage. It doesn't one-shot either, but it two-shots both. Draco Meteor puts this to Sash, and then Body Press, I believe at +1 kills Excadrill. Yeah, look at that. 67, yeah, exactly, +1. With the bold nature, or relaxed nature. I am relaxed instead of bold because Terra Blast turns into a physical attack, which is actually a really cool interaction. So we put, let's do, maybe Serena. So the Terra Flying Terra Blast is 80%, but let's say I've used Draco Meteor and I've dropped my special attack, it's still going to do 60% because it's coming off my physical attack now, which I have a 31 IV and 4 EVs without the nature. But if we were to go bold, it drops to 55, which if we put max HP here and then maybe like, let's say leftovers, it is no longer a guaranteed 2-hit KO, whereas if I am relaxed, guaranteed 2-hit KO. Very cool. Next up, we got Basculegion. Terra Grass. I had Terra Water, but in the end, I didn't actually need the extra damage. Bulkiest thing on this team physically is Tyranitar. We put Basculegion in, put it in the rain, even with a defensive Terra that like isn't water, right? If it's Terra Flying or Ghost, which are probably the two most likely, probably Flying into my team because I also have ground moves. Still, Wave Crash in the rain still kills. Then, actually Unterra'd Flip Turn kills too, which is really funny. Oh, in the rain, of course. And we kill outside of the rain with Wave Crash. So I didn't actually need the offensive Terra Water. The Terra Grass will let me resist ground, resist grass, resist electric. So Terra Grass is actually really good into this team, with the sole exception of what is it called? Air Slash from Kilowattrel. And I guess this, but this I don't think this comes into all my water types. Aqua Jet got to be careful locking into that with Serena, but it can get a cheeky KO on, let's like say, I think Excadrill in the rain. Yeah, kills Excadrill in the rain. Probably kills Kilowattrel in the rain. Actually, it doesn't. Oh, because it's super effective on Excadrill, duh. But the Kilowattrel's probably sashed anyway. Maybe not in sand though. I don't know. Next up, we have Politoed. I'm actually rocking a Scarf Politoed, which is actually really cool because it's 1 point faster than Kilowattrel, which means I can Icy Wind, break the sash, lower its speed, and if you look, this is 130 speed. This is also 130 speed. So once the Kilowattrel gets speed dropped to -1, it's 129, which means that even though they're the same speed, even if sand is up, Basculegion will still be faster and can finish it off with, let's see, this is doing about 40%, so I need to do about 62% with Flip Turn. It's a one-hit KO. Oh yeah, it's more than 62, even in sand, right? Dead Kilowattrel with no chance of going for Tailwind. Very cool. Even in sand, even if he switches in the T-Tar. Also, Muddy Water from this Politoed. One-shots. Hydro Pump one-shots this, which is important if it's broken its sash on sand or something. Excadrill. The reason I'm running Hydro Pump over Weather Ball is because if he changes the weather to sand, it doesn't become a rock move, quad resisted by Exca. Muddy Water kills this Exca. And I could lower the special attack a little bit, but I want to get, like, even if he's, like, 12 HP or up to, like, 28 or whatever. Which he might want to do, because he might want to be faster than, let's say, Jolly Basculegion. Let's just see. Jolly Basculegion hits 143. Let's see. Make him 143, or 144, because he might want to be faster than my Basculegion in rain if he has Tailwind up. Like, that's something that reasonably could happen. So yeah, like, if I drop it... I actually could save a decent amount of EVs. If I go back to 4-4, does it still kill? Yeah, it does. But I guess if he jumps up to 12, let's see. If I'm... Yeah, I am gonna keep it because it guarantees me rolls in up to 24. And I don't think the bulk actually helps me that much because see, like, if the only thing is that I could get like a chance to get 4-hit KO'd by Rock Slide instead, but then like there's also Sand Chip happening every turn. I don't know. The important thing is that Muddy Water kills like hugely bulky Excadrills in rain, and then Hydro Pump kills in sand, which is really cool. And like you can't change it to a rock move. Ice Beams for Kilowattrel and Serena. It should two-shot every Serena, barring Assault Vest. Actually, no. After Sandstorm damage, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the plot. Same reason for Terra Grass as the Basculegion, just for defensive purposes. Next up, Gliscor. I am very happy with this. This is going to be really fun to use. I don't know if it's going to be good. I think there is a reasonable chance that Toxic Orb, Toxic Poison Heal is better. But, I mean, Bright Powder Sand Veil is really funny. Every move that that Slug uses against me in Sand is going to be at most, like, I think it's 82% accurate. And if he's using a Rock Slide, which is already 90% accurate, that's like 72% accurate. And I also know that he likes to use Stone Edge Tyranitar. This is going to be really funny because that's going to be 0.9 times oh, actually is 1.25. Hang on. 1 divided by 1.25 is 0.8. Oh my god. Hang on. It's better than I thought. 0.8 times 0.9. So every move is actually baseline 72% accurate against me in Sand. And then times 0.8 again. Stone Edge is 57.6% accurate versus this. I think there's probably some fucky probability stuff. Like I probably need to do the probability that it won't happen instead of that it will happen. I don't know. So it's probably not exactly that, but it's roughly 57% chance to hit a Stone Edge, which is really funny because I know he likes Stone Edge. Let's actually see what that would do if it hit. Adamant into Gliscor. Stone Edge. It would do about half. And then I do a ton back. This thing's actually so good into his team because we put in Excadrill. It kills it. Put in Gallade. This is the one I'm most excited about. Dual Wing Beat kills, like, actually, I thought it was a guaranteed kill, but it's not guaranteed on max HP. If he has a little bit of speed, though, it's a guaranteed kill, and it's also a guaranteed kill after one turn of Sandstorm. Serena is a 2-shot, actually really close to a 1-shot. Any amount of chip is enough. Let's actually see. Politoed, Muddy Water in rain is enough chip, but in sand is not enough. I would have to go for Icy Wind. But Icy Wind, that's actually good to know. Icy Wind into Dual Wing Beat kills Serena. And Kilowattrel gets 2-shot by Rock Slide. I'd like to put Swords Dance in that last slot, but I kind of need a move to hit Kilowattrel. This is my only mon on the team that resists, that's immune to both electric and ground. So it's the only mon that I have that matches up into these two well, which is good because I can keep it in the back. And then if Sink or Slug, I'm sorry, I keep saying Sink because they both start with S and are 4 letters. If he ever tries to pin my Archaludon, which is Terra Flying, like by going for Thunderbolt and High Horsepower in the same turn, I can switch to Gliscor and be immune to both. Also, I'm running Air Balloon instead of Assault Vest, so he's got to see the Air Balloon message, and then that means he might actually double into it with Thunderbolt and High Horsepower, trying to pop the balloon and then kill me with the High Horsepower afterwards. Then Gliscor can switch in on that and eat both for free. Next up, we got sinistcha-masterpiece. I'm honestly not sold on the set. I have Colberberry for knockoff from T-Tar. Noticeably, I have no Rage Powder because I'm looking at the team and I'm thinking, well, the problem is I'm thinking about default T-Tar. He runs Stone Edge like a lot. If it was Rock Slide, there's no reason to Rage Powder because he's either going for the single target knockoff on me or the Rock Slide that hits both. Excadrill can also just use Rock Slide. It is good to remove the High Horsepower option from Arch. Honestly, maybe I do change it for Arch. I would have to change it to Terra that... Is there a Terra that resists Dark and Steel? I don't think there is. Fighting doesn't resist Steel, I don't think. Although Terra fighting Terra Blast could be fun. But then I'm still weak to Flying, so I don't want to do that. Dark and Steel. Dark is resisted by fairy, but that's wrong. I'll have to think about it. I was gonna say water, but that's bad into like the mons that I'm actually afraid of, which are these two. Terra, fire is weak to ground. Normal. Ghost, I'm already a ghost type, don't want to do ghost. Terra Dark, weak to fighting. But aside from that, Terra Dark's actually not that bad. So maybe I do Terra Dark. And then does he have Prankster? No Prankster. Maybe I'll do this. And then maybe I swap Rage Powder, Life Dew, Trick Room, maybe that? I don't know. I'm gonna think about this once more, and I probably should change the EV Spray, because I probably should give it a little bit of special defense for the kilowatt roll. You know what? No, I'm gonna do, this might be crazy, but what about Terra Electric? Let me just do some calcs, let's see. Sinistcha, if I'm Terra Electric, I can just protect my other guys forever. Let's make this a 0.4% chance. Let's actually, yeah, 0.4% chance to 4-hit KO. Yeah, I like that. 36. Special defense. Because that I can just use this to protect my other guy. So ultimately, I did land on Terra Electric. Yes, it makes me weaker to the Excadrill, but I actually wall the Excadrill pretty heavily with my normal typing. The scariest thing is when it's Excadrill next to T-Tar. So if we make it Adamant, Ironhead's doing about just under 40%. And then the Tyranitar is going to do... I don't have my Colbur Berry. So just under 40. This is doing 44. That's like... That's actually about 80% between the two of them. And then I can either Trick Room or Strength Sap, because the T-Tar's probably not... It's not going to be this fast, but it's also not going to be min speed. Probably. Because it's going to want to outspeed, like, this guy under Tailwind, probably. So it's going to have a little bit... Actually, well, he's not going to expect me to go low speed on that. I don't know. But it probably maybe outspeed Gliscor under Tailwind. I don't know. Then I can either Trick Room or Strength Sap, and then I'm going to lose my Colbur Berry, right? So he's doing more, but then he's also going to be -1, so it's actually about the same. And then I can just do that. I'm going to get all my HP back. I can do that a couple times, right? And of course, he might also just not attack into this. He might attack into the other guy. And then I just heal the full for free. Obviously, he could potentially flinch me, which is really scary. But I think that's one of the things that's going to happen. That's going to decide this game, is that he's got a lot of moves that can miss. Gliscor, every single one of Gliscor's moves can miss. I've got Draco Meteor here, Muddy Water and Hydro Pump here, Icy Wind, Matcha Gotcha. There's a lot of moves that can miss in this matchup, and he's got a lot of moves that can flinch between the Rock Slides. I've got Bright Powder, Sand Veil. I've got Poison Chance. I've got Accuracy Drops. There's a lot of RNG in this match. I think it could very well be decided by RNG. Last one is Overquill. Honestly, maybe I should put a little bit of special defense in. Let's actually take a look, because I last minute changed it all to physical defense because I couldn't get over. I couldn't make this. I couldn't live 3 Thunderbolts anyway. Maybe it is better to put some. Let's see. Tyranitar, Rock Slide. Can I ever live in the rain? Can I live 4 now? What's the minimum I need to get guaranteed 4-hit KO? Well, let's do it in sand then, I guess. 93% chance of 3-hit KO. 0.4%. Alright, and let's make sure that I still live. High horsepower from Adamant Excadrill. Okay, I don't, so I want to change that. 188. 31% chance. Can I live it after sand? 12%. I'm going over to do this, yeah. So 204. Yeah, 204. That's probably what it was. I probably changed it because it was changing the roll to like a 20% chance to live 3 things from Kilowattrel, when at this point I'm dying to high horsepower after sand, but a 25% chance to 1-hit KO from, and it has to be Adamant max. Like if it's Jolly I live, that's probably better. Yeah, Terra Water Liquidation can kills Excadrill, very cool. It also kills in the rain, obviously, because it's the same boost with minus rounding. Kilowattrel dies to 2 of anything, essentially, except for Liquidation, Untered out of the rain. Overall, I don't think this guy comes. I think he's probably the least likely to come, because I think I bring Arch, Polytoad, Gliscor almost every game, and then one of my Swift Swimmers if I want to go offensive. There's maybe a world where I go a little bit more defensive and do Arch, Gliscor, Overquill, Sinistcha, and maybe leave Polytoad behind if it's not good. But I do think Polytoad is going to be a carry in this game. I think having something faster than Kilowattrel off the rip is really good, and also enabling either of these guys to get, really fast is really good. Did I delete somebody? I did, didn't I? Yeah, okay, good. Whew. Let me just make sure that this guy is faster than Kilowattrel. -2. Yeah, 97. So yeah, he's faster than Kilowattrel. That's really good. Under rain. So if there's a game where Slug does not bring T-Tar, this is a really good lead. Yeah, so overall, I think this is probably my worst matchup. At first, I was thinking it was Sigtrick, and I do think Sigtrick was a little bit unfavorable, but he also thought it was really bad for him. I mean, I think that's just everybody seems to think that matchups are worse for them than they actually are. I just kind of get scared by ground types, you know? My team only has one ground weakness, which I tried to accommodate for by adding these two. This guy doesn't really do much because he's also weak to rock, which all ground type moves will run rock, usually. Gliscor actually has helped, and it is really good. I really like Gliscor. Yeah, but speaking about ground types, the things that I thought about Sigtrick's team that made it good into mine, which is basically having a ground type next to a strong flying type that can deal with like all the types that resist ground. Well, in this case, it's just grass. This deals with the grass through the fire and the flying. Kilowattrel does that, but even better because I can't even do Terra Flying for the ground type, which is what I did versus Sigtrick because he's got electric. So I think this is probably my worst matchup. Even though on paper it seems like it should be a winning matchup for me because, hey, water types beat these two rock and ground types, and I've got a rain team. It's a little bit more nuanced than that. It's going to come down to play, and I think there's going to be a little bit of RNG involved as well. So I'll be sad if I'll be sad if I lose. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, I am still guaranteed playoffs with 5 wins. Like, there's nothing to cry about here. But of course, I want to stay ahead of Sync. I want to stay first for the bragging rights. And also, I mean, you do get a better seed if you place first in the playoffs. But I mean, I am guaranteed playoffs. Ultimately, I think I actually have had a harder bracket than Sync too, though. Because Colin and Sigtrick, the other three were not that hard, but Colin and Sigtrick were I think harder than anything Sync has had to do. He's played, yeah, these are all easy teams. No, he beat Quebec Quaquaval. That I expect that to be a hard matchup for me. Winterville Weaviles is nothing to turn your nose at, and Charlotte Zards is also maybe it is harder. These players are doing better right now than the players I've played, but I think overall, Colin and Sigtrick are probably better players. I definitely am. Once after I'm done with this matchup, I got the easy ones left, whereas his he's got to play Colin in week 7, so that'll be probably trickier. Yeah, I don't know. I have rambled a very long time, and it's late now, so I probably didn't make any sense for the last 15 minutes of this, and I'm sorry. But I'm gonna hop right into the battle, and I'll see you then. All right, here we go. Oh, that's the wrong Zoroark. There we go. Okay. There we go. Tyranitar Grass, Excadrill Dragon, Kilowattrel Electric, Zoroark is doing normal, Gallade fighting by Mortar Steel. Alright. Good luck, have fun. I'm gonna lead these two fellas. Actually, who is not here? No Lilligant's actually pretty big, I think. And no Vaporeon was actually one that I was kind of worried about. I'm gonna do these 4. No Lilligant actually makes Overquill's reason for being on the team a lot less necessary. The big one is the special attackers right there in the middle, and I guess adding a 3rd special attacker is pretty okay, but he's pretty bad into the waters. What Terra type is he? Steel. Okay, so he doesn't even resist water. Let's see. I have the pizza here, and give me Slice now. Okay. Very good chance that could just switch to a T-Tar. gonna do this. Okay, this is perfect. Sash. No burn, please. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's an amazing turn 1. The Scarf Polytoad goes crazy. Rock to, oh my god, double rock. Okay, well, I know that one's the real T-Tar now. How does this do outside of rain to Zoroark? 77%. Do I just double switch? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna double switch. I think it's okay. I dodged the Hyper Voice. Oh my god, I double dodged! That's amazing. I'll Draco, and I will dual wing beat that. Oh my god, I'm dodging everything! Oh my god! Oh, I missed! I lived! Oh my god! Okay, this is actually so funny. Oh my god! Oh my god. Get your ass down. Oh my god, that's like literally a top 1 draft league moment. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot to make it. I'm just gonna, do I do the same thing? Magmortar, Excadrill, Takemura. Does he lead? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lead these two, I think. I'm doing this. Get your ass down. And Takemura here. Okay, it's the same lead. What hair type's the, it's Dragon, Excadrill, and Steel Magmortar. So I am going to, how much does this guy do to Magmortar? Enough to two-shot Magmortar. I'm actually going to do this, I think. No, that feels weird. Yeah, I'm gonna higher spur that, switch this guy. Let's see. The T-Tar, yep. Oh my god! Mr. Bustdown comes in. Dual Wing Beat on Mr. Bustdown. Switch this guy in. Alright, no flinch, no flinch, no flinch. Oh, I guess I do deserve that for what happened in game 1. Ayo the pizza here. Now, this guy into Excadrill, Wave Crash does 66% in the rain, though. Heavy Rain, this is Dragon, right? 90% in the rain. Alright, cool. Get your ass down, coming in. Go for the 100% accurate Ice Beam, and then the Dual Wing Beat. Oh my god, he's faster than me. Whoops. Okay, that was a crazy set. Holy shit, that's probably the biggest shit show of all time. I'm just going to, I'm just gonna immediately forfeit that next one. Actually, I'll just forfeit here. Okay, now let me figure out how to do these replays. And with that, that concludes week 6. That was one of the most fucked up things I've ever done in Pokemon. I am so sorry to Slug. This is insane. Just dodge after dodge after dodge. He said afterwards, he said that was the least fun of Pokemon, least fun game of Pokemon I've ever played. Oh my god. Anyway, next week we're going to be playing Eastside Embor, so stay tuned for that. Sun versus Rain. I played Call in week 1, running it back with the other Sun team, so you're not going to want to miss that. Stay tuned, take care, and bye-bye.